What's up guys, Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you 3 tips and techniques that will help increase your bicep size. First tip and technique that I want to share with you guys is use a partial range of motion. Now you're probably thinking, a partial range of motion? I've always been told to use full range of motion. And yes, that's correct. Most of the time you want to be using a full range of motion when working any muscle. However, using a partial range of motion does have its place in your workout routine here and there. And sometimes it is actually very beneficial to use a partial range of motion, and that reason is because you're keeping the stress and you're keeping the tension on the muscle the whole entire time. Right now I'm about to do some bicep EZ bar preacher curls. There's 2 different ways to do it. You can go right the way down and stretch the muscles out, and that's using a full range of motion. The benefit here, you stretch the muscle out, which is a benefit, it allows for more blood flow. However, when the arms are fully relaxed here, there is no tension on the bicep muscle. So what we're going to do for this exercise, we're going to use a partial range of motion. So we're going to come down to about there, and then back up. Down to about there, and back up. So what we're doing, we're constantly keeping the tension and the stress on that muscle the whole entire time. More stress, more tension that we can apply to the muscle is going to result in more muscle fibers ripped, which is going to result in more muscle growth. So I do believe in variety, and I always mix up from time to time. Sometimes I'll use a full range of motion, and sometimes I'll use a partial range of motion. It all depends. But right now I'm showing you the technique for partial ranges of motion. If you haven't used this technique before, I definitely suggest you give it a go. So I'm going to come down to about there, and then back up. So tip and technique number 2 for more bicep growth is include a bicep exercise where your biceps get an extra stretch. So the exercise that I'm about to perform is incline dumbbell curls. The reason we're doing an incline dumbbell curl is because when you're on the incline bench, it allows your elbows to get pulled back behind your body. When your elbows get pulled back behind your body, it stretches out the entire bicep muscle, which results for a bigger contraction. Now the key when doing this exercise is I like to let the dumbbell kind of pull my arm back like that. So each time I get a really, really good stretch through the whole bicep muscle. Squeeze, contract, stretch. Squeeze, contract, stretch. Alright guys, tip and technique number 3, which is one of my favorite, and that is to apply stress overload to the muscle. Now, what I'm about to show you is going to be a drop set. For those of you that don't know what a drop set is, I'm about to explain it. Now a drop set is where you do 3 sets or more back to back without rest on the same exercise. So what we're about to do is we're about to do a close grip cable curl. Now we're going to do a heavy weight, somewhat heavy. The biceps are pretty fatigued. So we're going to do a heavy weight of 8 to 10 reps. We're then going to drop the weight to a medium weight about here, and then we're going to do 8 to 10 reps again. We're then going to drop the weight even lighter to a light weight and then do another 8 to 10 reps. So all of these sets are done back to back without rest. Now the weight is getting lighter and lighter, but your muscles are getting more fatigued and more fatigued, so it's not necessarily getting any easier. But this is a great way to allow you to apply the extra stress overload. And stress overload is what rips muscle fibers, and overload, progression in overload, is what leads to ultimate muscle growth. So this is a great technique and one that you definitely want to include into your bicep workouts. Anyway, that's my set. So I'm using a close grip for this as well. I'm trying to tuck my elbows into my stomach. Straight away, no rest. And that Byrne is next level, guys. Great way to destroy the biceps, and definitely one that you want to include in your bicep routine. Hope you enjoyed the video. Just to recap on what we did. First exercise that we did was the preacher curl with the EZ bar. And the tip and technique that I shared there, we used a partial range of motion. Using a partial range of motion to keep the stress and keep the tension on that muscle. Exercise number 2 that we did was incline dumbbell curls. Reason we did the curls on an incline bench was so our elbows come back behind the body, we get a big stretch through the bicep muscle, which allows for a bigger contraction. Third exercise was the cable curls with a flat bar, applying the tip and technique, which was stress overload, and we did that in the form of including a drop set. There you go, guys. That was my 3 tips and techniques for adding more size to your bicep muscles. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, because every single day I'm dropping new videos. And as you guys probably know or may not know, the most important thing to making gains in the gym, it all comes down to your diet. You must be following a good diet with enough protein in order for your muscles to grow. You must be in a calorie surplus in order to grow. You must be in a calorie deficit in order to lose body fat. So if you need help with all this and you're not sure what to consume, what to eat on a day-to-day basis, I can help you out. I've transformed hundreds of thousands of people all around the world. I'll put some of my client transformations up on the screen right now so you can take a look at them. I help males, females, whatever your goal, whether we're building up and bulking up and building muscle, or cutting and losing body fat, I can help you achieve the results that you want. And I also have 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy or satisfied for any reason. For more info about my program and what it includes, click the link in the description box down below, and everything is explained down there. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in tomorrow's video.